So, we've done this bit, but hey guys, how's it going? How are you finding the crazy venue we've got tonight?
It's cool.
Yeah.
I like
Nice
the speakers and stuff.
Yeah, that room is really cool. Nice green room too.
It's like an old sort of theatre, isn't it? Like with the seats at the back and stuff like that.
Yeah, someone said it was an old art project that had speakers on both sides of the wall, and then the stairs came up, and then you talking would amplify it to the other side, and then they got rid of one side and made a venue out of it.
It's kind of awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool. It has a cool vibe.
Yeah. You played 5 dates in the UK.
Yeah.
How's it been? How are you finding it? How's the crowds? You know.
It's been good. It's been it's weird. It's even here. It's kind of hit and miss like most of Europe for us, I guess. But like London was really good, and then Birmingham was like really weird, or Birmingham, if I'm saying it wrong. But and then Edinburgh was really good. So we'll see how tonight goes.
Yeah. How do you guys fare in Europe? How's that sort of? Do they get it, or is it very much?
Yeah, I just feel like, the people who know who we are like it, and then I feel like we have very little promotion here. Though we've almost, we've barely released albums here, and it's only our second tour, and our last tour was really small. We went to some really strange places, so it was not. I don't know how helpful it was really. So I feel like we're just new here, kind of.
Yeah. So with that, is there any nerves then going into the shows, or is it just sort of taking it in your stride and powering through?
Sometimes it's like it gets like the big cities have been big shows for us, but then some other times like when it's been smaller, like when we played in Luxembourg, it was just like right before you go on, you kind of notice like, oh, everybody here is probably going to try and avoid us because they don't know who we are and they're trying to eat their dinner, and you're like,
that sucks.
But then I kind of like, personally, I don't think you feel like this, but I like playing for people who have no idea who we are, because then it's like, if you win them over, then it's like, it really feels like you did something. Like, if people go and they're like, oh, I came out to like have a burger and I ended up liking this band, and it's like, it's really rad.
It's kind of cool.
I think I like that. I just don't think I like playing for people while they're eating dinner.
Yeah.
Ever. I'd rather go play a house show or something.
Yeah. I've done some interviews where people are eating dinner, and I'm like, I really don't want to do this.
Yeah, exactly. I don't even like to talk on the phone when I'm eating dinner. It's like, I like to just...
how does it compare to Japan? I mean, you were there a couple
It's kind of similar. I mean,
ago.
Japan is like... That was really fun, actually. I really liked Japan. We had a great host when we were there, and... but small clubs, kind of like here. And but I mean, there's people every show, for sure, and people are very friendly, and like people brought us gifts sometimes, and
it's kind of awesome.
Yeah, surprisingly
it's
friendly.
Really
people were so like just gentle and kind,
so warm. Yeah.
It seems like a lot of sort of American indie rock translates really well over there. I know Inuit Over It went over recently and like really enjoyed himself, and there's a few other bands that have come back and been like, it was great. I totally didn't expect that, and I guess it's the same. So you do the tour on the back of Miracle Mile.
What's that?
You do the tour on the back of the new album.
Yeah, we've done 2 tours in the U.S. Behind Miracle Mile, so we're done with that for now. After this, we go home and just start working on new stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's your your 4th album in 5 years. Do you think being so prolific helps, or do you feel like you need to take a back seat occasionally? Or?
Yeah, I don't know. I think I think there's something to be said for discernment and kind of taking your time with the project, but then it goes both ways. Like I think it's good to just put stuff out, but I think with the next record we'll probably take our time. All of the records so far have been kind of rushed because we'll get close and then we think we're almost done, so we tell the label that we're done, and our booking agents were like, yeah, book a tour, we're almost done, it'll be done in a few months, and then they book the tour, then we have to go on tour, so we have to finish by a certain time, and it's, or we get pressured into it, so I think that's what we're not going to do next time, is let that happen.
I mean, at least the creative juices, I guess, keep flowing, and you going from project to project rather than sort of halting, but maybe rushing, probably.
Yeah, I mean, some people say it's like nice to have a deadline, because it's hard to call something finished, but I think there's a balance in there.
You could work on something forever and ever too, and like it's good to, I think, move on from something.
Yeah. So I'll draw a line under it and be like, we did that. Okay. let's move on to the next thing. Sorry, I lost my voice. Do you find yourself taking more risks then, with it being so, you know, you said it was rushed, but do you find yourself taking more risks to sort of switch up the sound maybe, or do something different?
I don't consider any of it a risk or whatever. I don't really think of it like that. It's just it's kind of go in the direction that feels natural at the time.
I guess so. Is there anything that sort of stands out, like really stands out from, you think at least, from this record to the last one? Is there anything?
Definitely. There's like a lot more organic sounds. I mean, I had this idea for this kind of originally for the album to be this certain way. It was like kind of happy, drunk sounding guitar and mostly guitar driven, and so I think like half the album is kind of like that, and then the other half is kind of just old electronic Starfucker stuff sounding. But there's like a really long psychedelic jammy song on there, which is really different from the other albums.
Do your influences change from record to record then? Do you pick up different things and think, let's run with that and see where that goes? Like,
of course.
Probably a lot of people might not have expected a really crazy psychedelic jam in the middle of there, or...
But, I think that, everyone, people want to keep growing, and you just do, naturally.
I wasn't in the band until the last record.
So it's all new to you then.
Yeah.
How do you feel in your own input? How do you feel you've improved the band? That's what. How do you?
Yeah.
That's good.
I do. I think that it was good to like get Josh working more creatively, and I think that probably helps anyone to just kind of like helps me like to have other people whose feedback you care about, and like.
This album is a lot more collaborative than the other, the last.
I think you can hear that actually. Listening to it, I think you can hear that it's a little bit more.
Sure.
Was it? It must have been great to have new input as well on different stuff.
Definitely.
So it has been sort of not. You mentioned about new materials. It has been like 9 months now since the last record. Like looking back on it and the process and everything, how do you feel about it?
I'm happy. I really am happy with it. I think that is my favorite record that I've put out since, besides the first one. But they're totally different to me. So I'm really happy with it. It's just I feel like it's started as a solo project, and now it feels like a band, and that's what I want. It has its it feels like a totally different thing than what it started as. So.
Do you feel like you've like almost finally made that transition sort of come full circle then from the full to the full band from the solo project?
Yeah, for sure. It feels like this is it, this is like what it is now, it's good.
Found the place that it feels
Yeah.
Can you give any hints on what, you might have been thinking about for the new material? Is there anything that, tease the people with?
I like the idea of making a dance record it's like still mostly organic sounds and not really like EDM sounding, but more like kind of Michael Jackson inspired or something. Just like I feel like that's the kind of dance music that I relate to.
Can you see? There's never a point then you can see moving away from that more electronic sound. Is it? You're moving more towards more organic stuff, but. Do you ever think there's going to be that balance, or is it going to be more one than the other?
I don't know. I'm just gonna write whatever I want to write and see what happens, and then we'll see what happens.
Just see how it goes. Finally, I'm gonna ask you about the name. So you've Starfucker is now stylized. Is the reason behind that just better public perception, a better perception for yourselves, for people, or is it just it was cool?
No, there's a story behind it. It was like I was, the first time I went on tour, I was like a hired gun for this band. I was a guitarist in this project, and it was like my first exposure to the music industry, and I heard these they were all really douchey people that I was around for the most part, and there's some woman bragging about being a Starfucker, like genuinely bragging about it and talking about the people she slept with, and I was like, oh, these people suck. and that's where I got the idea of the name. And then later when I was like, I had a band in Portland. It was like after that, and I was kind of just totally felt bored and fed up with it. It just seemed like the music industry in some ways feels like going back to high school, where like cool is a thing that you're trying to do. And I was like, man, fuck this. I just really don't want to have this like be the kind of thoughts that are in my mind at all. And the music that I was making, I just quit that project, and then I was like just playing music in my basement, and then that's what became Starfucker. And then the name was kind of like this like fitting thing, how I felt about music and trying to be a band and trying to be successful and all that stuff. And I was like, obviously I'm not with this terrible name, and it's also tongue-in-cheek, making fun of the whole mentality. So anyway, and then it was just started as house shows, and it's like this stuff I would do for fun anyway. And then and then now it's something different, and then now it has its own life, I feel like. And now the name is more like, it's kind of funny that we've been able to do so much with this name, and so I just want to see how far we can kind of push it with this name,
So it doesn't haunt the band at all, then? It's not like
it definitely haunts it. I mean, there's like tours we missed out on, and opportunities we missed out on. But I mean, that's to be expected, I think. And it's kind of, to me, it's still impressive that we've been able to do what we have. So.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I think it works. I think it's cool now.
Yeah. And some people like it. And it means different things to different people. That's just how it came about. But it has its own life, like I said. Now, it totally means different things to different people.
I feel like in Europe, like probably people don't care as much.
Yeah.
Totally don't. Yeah.
In the U.S., it's like, wait, what? Oh my.
Yeah. No, we've had like parents rip posters down and send angry emails to our booking agent. That's how we have to, the abbreviation is just like our way to like sneak around it as much as we can without catering too much to, I don't know. So.
Thanks guys,
That's kind of it. Yeah, thanks.